That was a bad idea. Couldn't see anything.
This is the Ghost Brunch.
Let's get down to business.
Memento Mori.
Memento Mori.
Ooh, that's good.
You like that?
Yeah.
All right.
What is it?
So this is a pomegranate lavender martini. Gin martini.
Fancy.
Because, it's Mabon.
It's Mabon.
It's Mabon. And we also have...
What is it?
You want to take a bite and guess?
I mean, I was partially there for the baking process.
So these are just pumpkin muffins. These actually turned out a lot better than I thought they were going to. Mm-hmm. Yeah. First time I ever baked muffins.
It turned out great. You've had some activity over the past couple days. Okay. So we're just going to leave that there just in case.
Now, the microphones aren't going to set that thing off, are they?
It doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, because you've been having some episodes this weekend.
You
threw salt at me earlier.
Yes.
Yeah. You threw salt through the doorway, and then you turned to me and threw it at me too. So
yeah. Well, for good measure. For protection.
I guess. So, what are we doing today?
Today, we are doing the TikTok trend of getting thrift store paintings and painting ghosts in them.
Yeah.
Because it's all over my TikTok feed. It has been for a while. So we went thrift shopping a while ago. Mm-hmm. I got this lovely bath. And
I got this one of a truck in the woods. However, mine was in a glass frame.
Yeah, and yours isn't a painting. It's a photograph.
It's a photograph. So this is going to be interesting.
We'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't know anything about painting.
That's not true.
I don't know anything
about... How do you
about...
not know anything about painting? We worked in the same props department. And to be fair, they did hire me in that props department because I had prior been in the paint department.
Yeah, you know why they hired me in that props department? To lift heavy things.
You did more than just lift heavy things.
I did. I learned how to do a lot more. But predominantly, I do molding and fabricating, not painting.
Wild.
This is gonna be a thing. You have a better background in painting than I do.
I did work as a professional painter, and I almost got fired from that job.
Dope. Why'd you almost get fired?
Because I have hand tremors. My hands shake, and my boss yelled at me. Because
rightfully so.
They yelled at me for trying to pull a straight line, and I couldn't.
And that's how we ended up in the same department.
That's how we wound up in the same department.
You needed to be somewhere where we just covered everything in blood.
Here we are.
And here we are.
Hosting a podcast.
Yep. Baking. I don't know anything about Mabon except for what you told me where it's a witch's Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So I tried to make things harvesty.
Fair. Okay. Well, pomegranate was actually a good call because one of the deities that's celebrated during this festivities is Persephone. Okay. Persephone. Because she is... Do you know Persephone? Do I need to explain Persephone?
I mean... Yeah, I don't know Persephone.
Okay. Persephone is in Greek mythology she's the goddess of spring, but she's also very famously known as being the goddess of the dead because she was married forcefully.
You've told me this story before.
Yes.
But you can finish it because I need a refresher.
Fair. So in variations, depending on which version of the Greek mythology story that you hear, because there's the ones that are a little more... problematic, especially in the Hades department, where he basically kidnaps her into the underworld for, also depending on the story, she either eats 3 or 5 pomegranate arrows, and that's how long she's in the underworld for. So that's why we have the winter months, because the goddess of spring is sent to the underworld because she ate those she was tricked into eating those pomegranate seeds, and that's how long she's in the underworld for.
Got it.
But then there are other versions of the story where she does that voluntarily, but she needs to come back up to have spring and summer so that she can help cultivate the land and whatever, but then she uses the winter months to spend with her husband. It just depends on the story. Today would be the turning point of, I think, her going back into the underworld because we're going into the cold season. So is the balance of night and day. And from here, the nights are going to start getting longer again. And then we head towards the winter months and the darker season.
Okay. I only chose it because you have a pomegranate tattoo.
That's why I have a pomegranate tattoo, is for Persephone.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we can just say I did it for Persephone.
Thanks. Wonderful.
I'm a smart boy.
Yep. I don't have a definitive plan for this ghost painting
I know I want to do at least one in this beat up truck and maybe one in the woods, just looking at him, being a creeper.
I had a thought just now, and this will kind of tie into...
As I was saying, being a creeper?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
All right.
I had a thought just now, and I guess it doesn't perfectly go with the ghost theme.
Yeah.
So tell me if this is bad, if this is a bad idea. Also, this is going to be a lot more elaborate if I do this, but I thought I had like a vision in my brain of this.
Okay.
What if I put the beast in the bath from over the garden wall? Would that be too difficult? Am I overshooting my abilities?
I mean, I feel like you're incredibly talented. I feel like you can, and you can put a little ghost in a bell jar like you captured it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first footage I'm getting with the new phone.
Ooh, how is it?
I'm noticing with video, the depth of field, like you're blurry in video.
Okay.
So they have that like, depth of field blur look.
Yeah.
Is it AI generated or whatever? Probably, but still.
Sensitive topic.
Is AI a sensitive topic?
I saw this AI generated thing where it can take a picture and generate an AI 3D image for use in 3D printing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And that is your expertise, your field.
I'm getting there. I'm getting better. I'm still in the process of learning 3D printing and doing more digital stuff. We made the little cars through ZBrush and 3D printing with the little mushroom bottle caps. That was another 3D printing endeavor.
I'm a big fan. Go buy them. shop.xristywitch.com.
There you go. Yeah, we got some more colorways coming, right?
Some black ones and some like dark purple ones.
Yeah.
My thought behind the dark purple ones was the poison mushrooms in Stardew Valley, because I loved collecting them and giving them to that little shadow guy who was in the sewers. My
experience with Stardew Valley was watching my middle brother play it growing up.
I thought you had it now.
I do have it now, but I haven't had a chance to play it all that much. I've been kind of consumed by Cult of the Lamb.
How is that?
That is Animal Crossing meets culty vibes.
Really?
Yeah, no, I love it. I think it's a lot of fun. I think you should play it. I think you'd have a great time.
I do have
You
plans
play way
to do
more video
so.
games than me.
Not recently.
Not recently.
I previously played BioShock and the Batman games. I loved every Batman game. I played a lot of PC games as a kid.
Got it.
Including the greatest video game of all time. At the same time, the 1996 Escape from Horrorland Goosebumps game, live action with Jeff Goldblum in it. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're on the same page as me.
Yeah. I totally was gonna say that same exact game title.
I knew it. It's the best game ever. If Steam could just re-release that for me, that would be great. Thanks.
Yeah, you've told me about that game numerous times.
The effects in that game are great. The werewolf in that game is great. The mummy. Terrifying. The mummy scene was terrifying. I was a Goosebumps kid.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
My sister was, I think, more of an Are You Afraid of the Dark kid?
Okay.
But I was a little bit young when I saw that episode with the skeleton thing in the pool, and it scarred me. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Did you watch TV, like ever? Did you watch Goosebumps? Did you watch?
I had a childhood outdoors.
Okay. So now it's officially fall. Today, as of today, we've already done a few spooky season things.
Yes, we went to Horror Nights.
Mm-hmm.
We went to their employee preview night, which was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
We got some of their specialty drinks.
We did.
Very, very sweet, very sugary. A lot of gummy candies.
Yeah, a lot.
All of them had gummy candies.
After we got those Stranger Things bar drinks, I was like tapped, and I switched to those like Truly seltzers or whatever they had, because I needed something that was not going to make me feel like I just ingested that much sugar. Spoiler alert, if you're going there before I say this out loud, there was no scene where Eddie does the Bats guitar.
Yeah.
There was Eddie scenes. I also won't spoil those for you either. It wasn't the ones that I wanted.
You built it up in your mind before going.
Yeah. And then I got there and I was like, oh, this is fine. But I mean, it was fun. It was just not what I wanted it to be.
Yeah. We didn't get to do everything.
We didn't get to do everything.
But out of what we were able to do, what would you say was your favorite maze?
My favorite maze, I was going to say my favorite thing was the Purge Dangerous Waters, just because I went in with such a high bar of this is going to be the Waterworld day show, but with the Purge masks.
Yeah.
And I was so pleased that it was almost exactly that. So I had such a good time. Maze-wise, I actually liked the Last of Us maze.
Okay.
I think that it was cool, especially because it was based more on the video game than the show. As much as we all wanted Daddy in there, Daddy Pascal.
Daddy Pascal.
But I will say that the first half of the maze was all of the people in it were just humans.
Yeah, all the monsters were humans, which is apt.
But that's what the game was like. They recreated the game for us.
If I've learned anything about zombie apocalypse, horror video games, is the scariest part is the humans.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of why a lot of people, I feel like, watch The Walking Dead. And that's also, though, why I didn't watch The Walking Dead. Was because I was like, yeah, I get it. Human drama is the scariest thing that would come out of the zombie apocalypse. But I also don't want to watch it either.
Yeah.
Fair. For all of the people that did want to watch it, that's fine. I just, at the time, especially, had enough drama in my own life that I was like, I don't need it on my television too.
Well, I think I made it through the first 3 seasons of The Walking Dead and just kind of lost track after that.
I made it through the first 3 episodes, and then I screamed at all of the fact that it took that guy like so many interactions before it would like dawn on him that it was zombies was enough for me to be mad.
Wait, what?
The first 3 episodes, the sheriff guy keeps like asking people like, "Are you okay?" and is like not immediately like, "These are zombies." I see one zombie in my life right now, and I'm going to forever be like, every person is a zombie.
What if you've never seen a zombie, though? Like, what if you didn't know zombies were a thing?
In what universe?
Like, that man just came out of a coma. He was in a coma for, I don't know, years?
I
don't remember The Walking Dead.
You interact with one person that winds up being a flesh-eating zombie, and then every other person who acts the same way, you would just assume, do you also have the thing where you're trying to eat me? Because I'm not down.
I don't know. Have you been to Florida?
I lived in Florida.
Yeah.
How dare you?
So, in Florida, they had the person eating other people.
Yeah.
If you go back to Florida, are you going to just assume everyone's trying to eat you?
Yes, it's Florida. Yes, it's Florida.
Rude. How's your beast coming?
Is he gonna beast?
Yeah, he's a beast. He's beasting.
They're so cute. Okay, I'm gonna have to take pictures of these or scan these in and put them into the video version of this.
Yeah.
So that everyone can see.
Of course.
We're also going on a Whittier ghost tour.
We are.
I'm so excited for that one.
Right?
It's gonna be a good time.
It is. I didn't know it was haunted.
Everywhere is haunted if you look hard enough.
That's true.
California is ranked as one of the most haunted states in the US. And most of the time when you think about haunted places, you're thinking about New England, Victorian children.
Town.
But we've got the most haunted places here. We've got the Queen Mary. We've got the Winchester Mystery House. We've got the Whaley House.
We have Heritage Square.
We have we have so much haunted locations. Also a lot of Hollywood because of old Hollywood. A lot of people say that the Roosevelt Hotel is haunted by the ghost of Marilyn Monroe.
Okay.
There are a lot of old Hollywood hauntings that I think would be really cool for us to check out.
I was about to say, do we need to go ghost hunting?
Yeah, I mean, I've got enough equipment for us to start. I'm not one of the Watcher boys yet. I'm not a
yet.
Ghost Adventures yet, but we're getting there.
I'll get there. Yeah.
And I also would love to do an episode of The Brunch where we do the Estes method. The Estes method. The Estes method is where one of us hooks into a spirit box with the headphones in.
The noise canceling ones? And
the noise canceling headphones so that they can't hear. They're just saying whatever words are coming through the spirit box and the other person tries to communicate. Because it's almost double blind method of having a conversation with something. The thing is, it doesn't always work. But when it does work, it's weird.
Do we need to do that here?
Yeah.
You've been having experiences.
I just have to get a spirit box for us to do that.
I'm going to say I get to be the one with the headphones on screaming words.
think it's fun.
Yeah.
Is that an ice cream truck?
Yeah.
That's creepy. I don't think the microphones are going to pick it up, but there's like a distant ice cream truck noise.
It's very ominous.
Do you want to go hunt it down?
Kind of. We did just eat apple cake.
We did.
And pumpkin muffins.
What was your go-to ice cream truck food?
Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles popsicle with those gumball eyes. I love those things.
Okay, yeah. Did you have a preferred Ninja Turtle?
Michelangelo.
Of course, Mikey.
Mikey. Yeah.
Yeah. Was that your turtle?
I always chose Michelangelo because Mikey and I wanted to be Ninja Turtle. However,
Fair.
I was always a bigger fan of Leo, the one with the swords.
Just because of the swords?
Just
or like
because of the swords
personality?
and because blue's my favorite color.
I always liked Donatello.
The one with the bow staff, the huge nerd.
He got it rough. Okay, look, first off, it was like the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
And anything that was purple coated, with the whole like gay thing was always like, oh, you're purple, you're the purple Teletubby, like you're gay.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
But he was the only one without a sharp weapon.
Yes.
Everyone else got like metal blades.
Yeah. Also, this is going to show my art history experience. All of the rest of them are high Renaissance painters, and Donatello is an early Renaissance painter. So he's also differentiated by not only were they like, okay, his color was purple, which in the 80s and 90s was like taboo. Then he got a stick. The rest of them got knives and nunchucks and cool stuff. And the rat was like, here's a stick with some like stuff wrapped around the center of it.
Yeah.
His line in the song, which has been made fun of forever, is Donatello does machines. And it's not a sexual way, but they couldn't even explain that he does machine. What do you mean he does machines? His whole thing is that he does machines. That's his thing.
Yeah.
Raphael is cool but rude. Michelangelo's a party dude. Leonardo's like the lead. Donatello does machines. Are you kidding? That's his whole line.
Yeah.
And then on top of all of that,
Huge nerd.
on top of all of that, they made him an early Renaissance painter instead of a high Renaissance painter, which the rest of them were named after. There were other high Renaissance painters that they could have named him after, but they didn't. They chose Donatello just to separate him a little bit further.
So-
and then everything that Donatello does is to set up, to lead. He does all of the effort. He does all of the strategy. He does all of the planning. He does all the technology. And then Leonardo, your Leonardo,
Yeah.
gets all of the credit for it because he
He's the
stands
leader.
there and goes,
Yeah.
okay, gang, let's go. That's all he
Exactly.
does is like, okay, here we go. Let's lead. I'm ready. Let's go. The rest of them made the plan without him. They made all of the plans. They did all of the work. And he's like, okay, gang, Autobots roll out. And then that's why he gets all the credit? Are you kidding me?
That's why he
This
gets all
is
the credit.
The female experience. Donatello is leading the female experience because that's what we've all been living for this whole time. Everything that we do is undermined by a man who then says, okay, gang, let's go. And then they get all the credit for it. So Donatello is the gay hero we all needed.
Wow. You lost me at the difference between high Renaissance and early Renaissance.
I will post photos of this at the end of this episode. They're so cute.
You like that?
I like how they turned out. This has been the Ghost Brunch.
Yeah, we won't ghost you.